Alrighty here, let's go test. We are live. Test. Just doing a little calibration here. We have our scoreboard proper today with the Subway Selects at the Western Flames. 7 minutes on the board for warm-up. We'll do a capture check. I think we got everything. If something's really tight and close here on the red line, might just be a tad out of view, but we got everything. We get the scoreboard at this end all the way down to here. Good, everything's in frame. Scoreboard at this end. And I got confirmation that we're live properly and sounds good, so I think we're good to go. Warm-up starts in about half an hour. And I'll just leave the camera here hanging out until then. All right, Flames fans and Subway Selects fans, thanks for joining us here this morning, Sunday morning at the Grant Harvey Center in Fredericton. 25 seconds left in the warm-up. Our referees have joined us here now. And we'll be getting underway shortly for Game 2 of this two-set match. Flames, I would say it's fair to say, surprising the Subway Selects with a 2-0 win yesterday. Yeoman's second shutout of the season on the win. Goals from Daigle and Lawrence. As part of that 2-0 win. Alright, let's get our clock reset here. Alright, so we are set to the first period. Let's get a time on the clock here. Let's get our 20 minutes up. Alright, we got 20 minutes on the clock. So we're set to go here. Two referee system for the girls. Can't quite see who's refereeing from here. I am a referee, so I know most of these folks. I work with them doing other levels and games. And we are set to go here. So, in the Flames net, Yeoman's shutout yesterday. Looks like she's getting the call again. So it'll be Yeoman's back-to-back games following her shutout. And down in the Selects end, I believe that's number 1 I see, Amy Field. So goalie change for the Selects, who had Mason in yesterday, will go with Field today. Flames scramble in here early. Cook in the corner. Cook looking to elude. Sends it down deep and Nelson picks it up. Nelson centers it for Cook. Cook! Shot! That bounces through the crease, but now it's going to be carried out by the Selects. Puck in the neutral zone. Deep into the Selects zone. Picked up by Doiron. Doiron sends it up the right wing. That's broken up in the middle. And I think we have possibly a high stick on the puck, maybe? Oh no, puck went out of play. Puck went into the bench. So we are 19-16 of the first period. We're going to have a face-off to the left of Field. Get these clocks back in sync. We're pretty close now. Held into the line by Gauvin. Slaps it towards the net. Field will hang on to that one. And we'll have a face-off now to the right of Amy Field. Who's going in to take that? That's Smith. Clara Smith in to take the face-off. Shot. Summers got a little piece of it, sent it towards the net, but kind of harmlessly covered up by Field, and we'll do that face-off over again. Clara Smith. And she's facing off against, it looks like Sean Richards. Puck out to the blue line, held in by Gauvin. Gauvin throws that one at the net. And Fields will hang on to that one again. So we'll do this all over again. 18-59. here in the first period. Shots on goal showing 4-0 in favor of the Flames already. And Lawrence will be in to take the face-off. Someone's getting thrown out. Okay. No, nobody's getting thrown out. Linesman just wanted the wingers to back off a little bit. Encroachment, the refereeing term for that. Puck into the Flame zone. It's going to be picked up by Gauvin. Selects recover it. Cross-ice pass. It's broken up by the Selects. Brought back into the Flame zone. Shot on net. Yeomans will hang on to that one. That one did register as a shot on goal, so shots on goal now 4-1 in favor of the Flames. Face off to the right of Yeomans. Johnstone to take it. Johnstone against... Sometimes it's hard to see the numbers. That was 19. Francis McDonald. Puck deep in the Flame zone. Folks in the corner. She's got Waterhouse. Waterhouse behind the net. She reverses, sends it back up the left side to Folks. Folks chips it into the neutral zone. That's recovered by the Selects. Puck still contested in the neutral zone here. Getting pushed ahead. Selects recover. Here comes McIntyre. She's taking off the puck. Back into the neutral zone again. Cook's putting pressure on it. She's got Johnstone with her and Folks. Folks tries knocking it free. Gets past Johnstone. Now Cook. Loose puck at the ringette line. Cook now trying to get it. MacArthur recovered it. Sends it down below the goal line. Waterhouse wraps it up the left wing. Doesn't make its way out. Folks again. She's pressed along the boards. Loose puck. Johnstone tries to fish it out. Shot on net. Yeomans directs that off to the right-hand side. Now it's chipped into the neutral zone again. Everybody's going for a change. All 5 Flames change. We're at 17-10 of the first period. No score here. Second game of the 2-game set between the Selects and the Flames. Flames won yesterday 2-0. Shutout by Austin Yeomans, who is back in there again today. Here comes Summers. Summers chips it deep into the Select zone. Goalie out to play it. She sends it up the middle. Here's MacArthur. MacArthur gets pinched off. No arm up on that. Daigle battling in the corner. She's got Dooland with her. Up the left wing to Nelson. Now we have a penalty. And we have ourselves a trip call coming against the Selects. And it will be Sean Richards heading to the box for a trip. And we'll have a face-off down in the Select zone. 16-24. First period. I know my clock's getting a little bit out of sync. We'll see if we can get that back in sync a little bit. But the Flames on a 2-minute advantage here. Lawrence gets past her. Clearing attempt. That's held in. Puck battle along the boards. I think that's Gauvin and Lawrence. And Dooland there too. Trying to keep it in. Dooland, it's in her feet. Puck still along the blue line. Ref's letting it fish out. Finally comes back now to Kimball. Kimball tries to put it up the right-hand side, but that's out of the reach of Smith. Into the Flame zone. Austin slows it down. Boursier up the left wing. Here's Dooland. Dooland. She stripped off the puck. Kimball backhands it into the neutral zone. Now Smith. Smith reverses. Sends it right to Kimball. Kimball tries centering it. That's picked off by Francis McDonald. 1 minute now left in the Flames power play. 15-20 left in the first. No score here. Shots on goal showing 4-2 in favor of the Flames. Boursier on the left side sends it up the left wing. Dooland couldn't hang on to it, so come back again. Borsier resets behind the goal. She sends it back up the left wing to Dooland. That's going to go past everybody. Arms up for icing, but that's going to get waved off. Annalise Lawrence puts pressure on it. She's going to have to tag up. 25 seconds now left in the Flames power play. And they're going to reset again. Gauvin, Daigle. Now the defense pair for the Flames. Here comes Gauvin. Gauvin is going to slow things down, give it back to Daigle. Daigle faked the shot, sends it across to Folks. Folks shot through traffic, high over the net. Gauvin tries backhanding it down low. That's picked off. Loose puck. Pulchy's over to help, sends it down low. Pulchy's on it again. Pinches it off the player. Held in by Daigle. Puck finally comes to the neutral zone, and we're back to even strength at the 14-10 mark of the first period. Daigle wraps it around the left boards. Folks is going to pick that up. Folks can't clear the zone, but it hits some skates and makes its way into the neutral zone. Puck down deep. Gauvin backhands up the wall. Now we have a head contact penalty coming against the Flames. So Daigle's going to go for head contact, and now the Selects will have a power play. Two minutes, 13:50 mark of the first period. Shots on goal still showing 4-2 in favor of the Flames. Johnstone in to take the face off for the Flames, won by the Selects. Shot, that hits feet. It's going to make its way into the neutral zone. Johnstone and Summers, your penalty killers, working with Borsier and Waterhouse. Johnstone wraps it around the left boards. It's not going to make it all the way out. Summers tries to get there, just out of her reach, puts pressure on it, but it's held in. 30 seconds gone in the Selects power play. Puck goes all the way down the ice. Summers is going to go for a change, and so will Johnstone. Smith and Dooland come out now as your penalty killers for the Flames. Here comes McIntyre. McIntyre all alone. McIntyre tries walking through everybody. She gets fetched up. Puck down below the Flames goal line. Hallie Rose McLean with it. She carries it deep below the goal line. Again, oh, back out front. Soft tap-in attempt. That one's going to be covered up by Austin Yeomans. 49 seconds left in the Selects power play. 12:39 left in the first period. No score here still. Shots on goal now evened up at 4-4. And we're going to have the face-off to the left of Yeomans. It'll be Lawrence for the Flames and Grinton for the Selects, and we'll do that again. Folks will step in, captain of this team, Rachel Folks, grade 12. Puck comes all the way down the ice. Picked up behind the net. Up the left side to Sean Richards. Richards through the neutral zone to McLeod. Lost at the blue line. Sent back into the neutral zone by Kimball. Here's Richards. She loses the handle on it. Now Kimball. Kimball fires up the right-hand boards. Doesn't make its way out. Held in. Shot attempt by Boyle from the point. Makes its way through. Nothing comes of it. And we're back to even strength. Daigle steps back on the ice. High shot. Glove down by Austin. So we'll reset after the Flames penalty kill. 11:46 now is the first period, no score. 6-4 now the shots on goal in favor of the Selects. Face off to the ready Yeomans. It'll be Morrow and Nelson. Kind of one off to the side. Flames battling along the boards. Nelson chips up the right wing. And here goes Eason. Here come the selects. Chipped into the flame zone by Morrow. Nelson will pick it up behind the net, wrap it around the boards. Polchis tries chipping it out, and it makes its way past. Here goes Daigle. Daigle one-on-one in tight. Good shot. Glove down by Field. Very similar to the first goal yesterday, where the chip up the board sprung Daigle and she scored. Didn't quite get the separation that she had on that play yesterday, but definitely a good break. Face off to the right of Fields. Johnstone in to take it for the Flames. Kind of lost in feet, and the selects are going to recover it. That's picked up behind the net by McIntyre. She sends it up to her right side. Morrow's tied up by Johnstone. Now McIntyre reverses. She's coming up the right wing. Here comes McIntyre through the neutral zone. Waterhouse backs up, gets past her. Johnstone putting pressure on McIntyre now. Johnstone peels it off McIntyre. Now she has it behind the net. She's knocked off the puck. Sends it up the left wing. Waterhouse takes a chip at it. Not going to quite make its way out. That was held in at the line by Connolly. Battle along the boards here now. Waterhouse, Johnstone, Dooland, all battling over there on the other side. Now comes back up the right side. Summers sends it back the other direction. Now it's chipped out into the neutral zone. Johnstone heads to the bench for a change. Summers and Dooland continue the pressure. We're at the 10-minute mark of the first period. No score here at the Grant Harvey Center. Game 2 of the two-game set between the Flames and the Subway Selects. Flames with the shutout 2-0 win yesterday by Yeomans, and she got the nod again today in the net. We'll have a face-off to the left of Yeomans. I think that was Boyle in to take the face-off. It's another combination of the hair and scrunched jerseys. Sometimes it's hard to grab on the fly who's who. Eyeballing my quick cheat sheet of names and numbers. Here come the selects. Connolly mishandled it, but she grabbed it back. Connolly's going to throw it down deep. That's going to be recovered by Gauvin. Gauvin sends it up the left wing to Folks. Gets past her, held it into the line. That one's blocked by Kimball. She's going to wrap it around the right wing. Kate Cook is going to be here. She's got time. Cook gets into the neutral zone, but that's picked off by MacArthur. Now MacArthur tries to slow it down along the wall. She's pinched off. Folks steals the puck, gets it back into the neutral zone. Selects dump it. That's going to give Kimball lots of time. 8:55, first period. No score here. Held into the line by the selects. Sent down deep. Now Kimball. Kimball's going to try throwing that around the right-hand side. Doesn't make its way out. We've got Cook, Kimball, and Smith all fighting for it there, but looks like Boyle's going to come out with it. Wraparound attempt. Boyle broke away from everybody with the puck there, trying to wrap around, but Yeomans will hang on to that. So we'll have a face-off to the left of Yeomans. See if we can get these clocks back in sync. 8:30 is the real game time. Face-off to the left of Yeomans. Tied up in feet. Finally comes back to the point for the selects. Shot through traffic. Yeomans blocks that. Here come the Flames. Chip up the right-hand side. Into the neutral zone. Polchis couldn't find it. Feltmate sends it up. Lawrence backhands it into the zone. It's going to be recovered by Martin. Martin or Martin? Not sure. Oh, that one's going to go for a trip. Kind of hard to not call that one. So 7:59 first period. Second power play chance for the Selects. Richards in to take the face off against Nelson. It's kind of down along the boards. Three Selects in there. One Flame. So Feltmate in the box for the trip. 15 seconds now gone off the power play, so 144 in the advantage for the Selects. 7:43 in the period. We'll have a face off to the left of Yeomans. It'll be Richards and Johnstone. Shot! That's a power play goal for Layla Burris. Puck came across. Good shot. So at 7:38 of the first period, we have a power play goal by the Selects. Now take the lead 1-0. Shots on goal are 9-5 in favor of the Selects. Back at center ice here, we'll have John Stone and Francis McDonald. Selects with it. Dwaron sends it up the right side. Broken up by Dooland. Johnstone trying to poke it out. Here come the Selects again, threatening. Johnstone, Dooland, Summers, your forwards right now. Dooland on the left, Johnstone in the middle, Summers on the right. Kimball sends it up the right-hand side, doesn't make its way out of the zone. Johnstone gets it in the neutral zone. Johnstone and Summers go for a change. Grinton reverses it through the neutral zone for the Selects. Here comes Francis McDonald. Takes a shot, misses wide. Puck down below the Flames goal line. Gauvin sends out the left wing to Dooland. Back to Gauvin. Gauvin is looking at options. She's going to carry it herself. Gauvin drops it. But that's going to be recovered by the Selects. Backhand attempt in tight by McLean. Nothing comes of it. Boursier backhands it up the right-hand side. Centering attempt. That's broken up by Gauvin. Sends it back into the corner. Couple Flames going for a change now. 5:45 mark. First period. Selects leading 1-0. Puck down low in the Flame zone. It's going to be picked up by Daigle. Daigle wraps it on the right-hand boards. There's nobody there. Back behind the net again, Daigle. Daigle sends it up the left this time. Somebody's there. Chips it in the neutral zone. Nope. That didn't come all the way out. Centering pass to the slot. That was broken up. Nice dive to break up that pass. Scrum along the right-hand side here. Shots on goal now showing 11-5 in favor of the Selects. Shot again. That hits Austin's glove. It was high, but she didn't get it, and it went off the glass. This time, Daigle sends it up the left side to Folks. Folks chips it in the neutral zone. Folks gains body position, keeps that puck, backhands it into the middle. It's turned over, and here comes Chisholm. Chisholm has McLean. McLean takes a shot. That's knocked off to the corner by Yeomans. 4:35 now left in the period. Whistle. We have a net off. So we'll reset. Let's see if we can get our clocks back in sync here. 4:31 is the proper time. We'll see if we can align these back up here before the face-off. There we go. We're back in sync. 4:31 what you see on your scoreboard is now accurate. 4:31 left in the first period. Shots on goal 13-5 in favor of the Selects. Score 1-0 in favor of the Selects. And we're going to have a face-off to the right of Yeomans. It will be Richards for the Selects. Nelson for the Flames. I would say that was kind of won by the Selects off to the side. Puck along the wall. That's contested. It's going to make its way into the neutral zone. A little bit of a blind spot here in front of us. The Go Flames Go poster hanging on the back of the bench. Also creates a small blind spot for us. But Polchis pressuring along the wall. Nelson tried to get at it. Some bodies flying down there, but nothing comes of it. Here's Martin. Some mounting pressure here by the Selects. Bench giving the team some love for the pressure. Borsier tries getting up the right-hand side. That one's held in by Martin. Shot, and that one's a goal. Flames pinned in their zone for a little while, and the Selects capitalize. And it is now 2-0 for the Selects at the 3:24 mark of the first period. Alright, so 3 minutes even left here. Another shot attempt, that misses wide. Doolan and Johnson go over to get it. Sent down below the goal line. Gauvin backhands it around to Kimball. Kimball tries chipping it up the boards. Held back in again. Gauvin tries the other side this time. Gauvin. She's going to carry it. Mishandles. Backhands it to Kimball. Kimball sends it up the middle of Johnstone. Bounces off her stick. Gauvin. Bit of a crunch there. No arm up, so play continues on. Summers. Johnstone. This one's finally going to get whistled down. 2:18 left in the first period. Shots on goal now showing 15-5 in favor of the Selects. Score 2-0. And that just reminded myself to put the score up on the scoreboard. So the scoreboard's now accurate. Shot attempt. That hit some shin pads, ended up in the corner. Centering attempt again. Doesn't make its way out. Selects controlling. Here's Chisholm. Chisholm walks into the slot. Hits some bodies or something, makes its way back to the point. It's going to be held in by Burris. Burris, cross ice to McIntyre. Centering puck. Makes its way into the slot. Shot attempt again. That chips off to the corner. Smith sends it up to Folks. Another shot attempt. That was high. The Yeomans will grab it. And we'll have ourselves a face-off with 1:22 remaining in the first period. Selects added 2 more shots there, so shots on goal up to 17-15 here in the first period. Shot attempt that misses Wide right. Back behind the net to Waterhouse. Waterhouse reverses. She's tangled up by Martin. Puck still below the Flames goal line. Chipped up the right-hand side. Gonna make its way out this time. Here's Polchis and Eason. Back at the select, send it back to neutral zone. Now Polchis tries to send it into the select zone, but she didn't get a handle on it. It's gonna come back to the Flame zone. 41 seconds now left in the first period. Waterhouse reversed it for Borsier. Got past her. Now into the neutral zone. Here's Lawrence. Gets past her. And the select's coming in. 25 seconds now left in the period. And that one's going to come back. Neutral zone face-off. Won by the selects. Burris will throw that deep into the Flame zone. Puck below the Flames goal line. Centering. Held in by Burris. Burris throws it down low. Grinton takes a wide shot. That's deflected off to the side. And that's the end of the period. So it's 2-0 for the Subway Selects after the first period. Shots on goal 17-15. I will put you on mute. You can enjoy watching the Zamboni. Until we get, hopefully by next broadcast, we'll have some advertising for our wonderful sponsors. Playing between periods and pregame. But not for today. So I'll put you on mute and I will talk to you at the start of the second period. All right, welcome back to the second period. Let's see if we can get 20 minutes on the board here real quick. Your clock still says the first period. I'll change that there as soon as there's a whistle. I meant to do that between periods. Whoops. Subway Selects leading 2-0 here at the start of the second period. Shots on goal showing 18-5 in favor of the Selects as well. Dooland into the middle. Now Summers, she's peeled off the puck. Here come the Selects back into the neutral zone. Centering puck, backhand. Yeomans deflects that off to the corner. Back behind the net. Daggle's going to pick it up. Rips it around the left wing. Doesn't make his way to Dooland. Dooland pins his player off the puck. Now Lawrence has it behind the net. Lawrence tries pushing up the right wing to Summers. Gets past Summers. Held in. Shot. That misses wide. It's going to wrap around the board. It's going to be held in. Back to the point. Here's Richards. Richards with a shot. Richards gets the rebound and shoots again. Misses on the second one. That pushes the shot total to 20 for the Selects now. In tight. Shot attempt. That misses wide. Hits the side of the net. Connolly from the point. Doesn't make its way through. Now Dooland. Dooland is by herself. She's going to send it into the Select zone while the Flames go for a change. Cook, Eason, Folks over the boards for the Flames. Here's Nelson now. Nelson tries backhanding into the zone. Doesn't get very deep. Held into the blue line. Shot attempt. That's deflected off to the side by Field. Now back into the neutral zone. That's going to be recovered by Kimball. Are we going to have icing? Icing waved off. This is of course, hybrid icing used here, not straight icing on every call. All right, let's see if we can fix the scoreboard here now. There we go. Now it says the second period. Little shot on Yeomans. She's going to cover that up. And we'll have that face off to the left of Yeomans again. Selects leading 2-0 here early in the second period. Face off by Smith. She wins it down low. Bourchier picks up behind the net, sends it around the right-hand side, doesn't make its way out. Back in front of Yeomans, but it was just out of her reach. Centering pass to Francis McDonald. Doesn't get all of it, so that ends up in the corner. Held in at the point by McIntyre, who sends it back along the wall. This time held in by Morrow. Back down below the Flames goal line. Waterhouse sends up the left side to Pulches. Doesn't make it to her. Here's Francis McDonald again. Goes cross ice. Shot. Yeomans directs that off to the corner. Flames get in the neutral zone. Plays whistled down. 16-10. Second period. Another face-off coming back to the left of Yeomans. It'll be Johnstone in to take it against Hallie Rose McLean. Contested puck, but Rose McLean wins it. Keeps it along the wall. Another shot attempt on Yeomans. Yeomans will cover that one up. That bumps us to 23-6 shots now in favor of the Selects. Johnstone and McLean facing off again. Johnstone wins it this time. Back to Daigle. Daigle wraps it around to Kimball. Kimball wraps up the right-hand boards, but Nelson not quite there in time, so the Selects will keep it in. Selects centering pass. Plays broken up by Nelson. Nelson sends it up the left side to Dooland. Here's Dooland. She's peeled off the puck. Sent back into the Select zone. They'll regroup. Johnstone puts pressure on it. Puck's reversed. Selects through the neutral zone. Puck dropped. Shot. Yeomans deflects that off to her side. Nelson sends it below the goal line. Wraparound attempt. Makes its way through everybody. They have an arm up. Somebody's going. I didn't catch the penalty, but Nelson for head contact is what we have at the 15-minute mark of the second period. Selects will go to the power play again. Richards tossed out of the face-off. Martin will come in to take it. Won by the Flames-ish. But recovered by the Selects. Selects trying to set up control. Here's Burris. Burris shoots through the traffic. Selects recover. Burris from the point. Burris goes cross ice. Puck back to Burris. Again, back to Burris. Quarterbacking this. Shot through traffic. It's knocked down. Backhanded. Burris keeps it in again. Now it's finally chipped out by Folks. And the Selects are going to set up again. Here's Martin. Goes cross ice. Shot. Yeomans will easily hang on to that one, and we'll take a face-off. 1:12 remains in the Subway Selects power play. 14-14 in the period. Face-off to the right of Yeomans this time. Smith loses that one. Comes back to McIntyre. McIntyre working at the blue line. Cutting across. Looking at her options. McIntyre chooses to go to her partner. Back down low. Shot. Cutting through the slot. That was Hallie Rose McLean. Thought she was going to dish it off to the point, but she kept it over the high blocker of Yeomans, and now it's 3-0. That's 2 power play goals for the Selects. Here come the Selects again. Centering puck. Plays whistled down. Yeomans has that one. Shots on goal now, 27-6 in favor of the Selects at 13:49 of the second period. Leading 2-0. 2 power play markers. That shot through traffic hits shin pads. Scramble. It's off into the corner. Back to Dwaron. Dwaron goes cross ice. Puck along the wall. Summers trying to dig it out. Now Boursier. Boursier in the corner. Boursier tries moving along the wall. She's stopped. Summers in to help her. Smith over to help her as well. Selects. Send it back off to the other direction. Waterhouse gives it to Boursier. Boursier reverses. Gives it up the left side to Doolin. Doolin centering pass. Misses the target of Smith. Held in here by Dwaron. Dwaron goes cross ice to McIntyre. Shot on net. And Yeomans will cover that up. 12:52 of the second period. Flames trailing 3-0. Face off to the right of Yeomans this time. Johnstone in to take it. Won by Francis McDonald. Puck at the point. Eason gets it in the neutral zone. Puck contested along the wall. Here's Johnstone. She's taken down. Arm up. Johnstone draws a penalty. That going to be a trip. So, Fife Francis McDonald heading to the box for tripping Johnstone. And the Flames will have themselves a power play here at the 12:36 mark. We'll have a face-off down here to the left of Field, Amy Field. Having to see only 6 shots so far this game. Face-off to the right, Flames power play. Controlled. Gauvin rips it down below the net. Picked up by Nelson. Nelson's going to feed that back to the point. Someone got a stick on it in there. Chips past Daigle. There's your penalty announcement. Fife McDonald for tripping. 30 seconds gone in the Flames power play. Trying to reestablish zone control here. Another penalty coming. I think this is another one coming to the Selects. We have a hook. Kate Morrow headed to the box for a hook. So, 1:21 remains in the first penalty, so the Flames will be up 2 players for $1.21. 11:57 here in the second period. Face off to the left of Amy Field, who hasn't seen a whole lot of action today. And we got Hallie Rose McLean tossed out of the face-off. And now Lawrence tossed out of the face-off. Who's in there to take it? I can't quite tell who it is. Is it Nelson or Smith? I think it's Nelson. Puck's tied up, but Selects get it down the ice. That'll kill a few more seconds. Puck in the neutral zone. Whistled down. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off here. 1:08 in the 2-player advantage. Smith in to take the face-off. Won by the Selects. Field out to play it. Field fires it up the ice herself. Just out of the reach of Kimball. Field ices the puck herself. Flames missed the breakout pass. It's coming back to their own zone. Now Kimball has it below the goal line. Here's Kimball. Kimball picked off with the cross-ice pass. Dooland has it now. Here's Dooland. Dooland gains the zone. Gives it back to the point. Here's Kimball. Kimball through traffic. Misses the net wide. Flames with control now. 25 seconds in the 2-player advantage. But that's broken up by Hallie Rose McLean. And the Flames have to regroup. Here's Daigle. Daigle's going to keep this one. Daigle drops it to Smith. Smith loses it. Gauvin picks it up and keeps it in the zone. Gauvin, she's going to carry it around below the net. 5 seconds now left on the 2-player advantage. Here's Folks. Folks, shot. Hits a blocker, deflected wide. First player out of the box, so we're now down to 33 seconds of a single-player advantage for the Flames. Daigle comes cross-ice to Gauvin in the neutral zone. Back to Daigle. Daigle up the right side. Daigle's going to gain the zone herself and slow it down. Gives it to Gauvin. Gauvin, shot. That one's going to be gloved by Field. We're 10-13 of the second period. Subway Selects leading 3-0. Shots on goal 29-8 in favor of the Subway Selects. Flames just on a 2-player advantage. Unable to sustain control and pressure for much of that. And we are now headed back to even strength. Daigle from the point, shot. Bounces wide of the net. Shot from the side. Chipped in front. Loose puck. Field will cover that one up. And we're back to even strength. We'll have a face-off coming to the right of field. Johnstone Dooland for the Flames. Boursier just out of her reach up the blue line, gives it to Waterhouse. Waterhouse sends it in deep. And that's recovered by Richards. Richards behind the net. She cuts to the middle. Richards comes up the right wing. Tries to hit Martin. Skip past her stick. It's coming all the way down. Florent, shot attempt from the point. Doesn't make its way through. Here's the Selects. Cut in and a goal. Didn't catch the number there. See here in a second. I think that might have been Grinton, possibly. I might have to wait for the announcement here. Didn't quite catch. Who it was. Face off at center ice. Lawrence pulls it back to Kimball. Up the left side to Folks. Folks chips it in. That one heads into the Flames bench. So we'll have ourselves a face-off in the neutral zone. It's going to be Lawrence. She's working with Folks. And hard to tell. Cook over there. Cook's on the right side. Unfortunately, I didn't even hear who the goal call was. Possibly 8. Daigle gets a shot, makes its way through everybody. Puck pinned along the wall, deep in the Flame zone. Lawrence comes out with it. 8:18 remaining in the second period. Selects up 4-0 now. 2 power play goals, 2 even strength goals. Centering puck. Yeomans stops that one. Puck in the Flame zone. Daigle looking for it. Lawrence now. Lawrence sends it up the left-hand side. Daigle battles for that one. Knocks the puck free. Shot from the point by Burris. Yeomans directs that off to the corner. Shots now 30-10 in favor of the Selects. Lawrence trying to knock the puck free. Now Polches. Polches is just going to bonk that into the neutral zone. Burris resets for the Selects. That is offside. And we are at the 7:08 mark of the second period. 4-0 for the Subway Selects. Neutral zone face-off. That's going to be taken by Claire Smith. She's got Pulches up the left-hand side. And Kenna Eason up the right-hand side. Here's Burris. She carries it down deep into the Flame zone. Moves it back. Shot. Contested puck. Finally covered up there by Yeomans. 6:52. Second period. Love face off to the right of Yeomans. Clara Smith in to take it. She'll face that off against Hallie Rose McLean. Face off won by Rose McLean. Shot from the point. Doesn't make its way all the way through. Dribbler almost in the crease, but nothing comes of it. Chisholm down in the corner. Smith trying to fish it out. Fishing Waterhouse there. No, sorry. That's Borsier. Borsier. Can't knock it free. Scramble puck in the crease. Yeoman's looking for it. Ref signals a goal. Scramble puck. Ref signaled a goal, so looks like we have a goal. I guess I'll have to wait for a call on who knocked it in, and sorry for not getting that last goal. Who got it? Let's see if we can hear the announcement this time. It's now 5-0 for the Flames. 6:24, second period. Puck in the neutral zone. So I think I heard Hallie Rose McLean from Anna MacArthur is the call on that goal. Giving the Selects a 5-0 lead here now. Shots on goal showing 33-10 in favor of the Selects. Puck still in the Flame zone. Here's Dwaron. Dwaron goes cross ice. Shot from the point. Yeomans will hang on to that one. Take a face off in the defensive zone. Johnstone, Lawrence, Folks for the Flames, along with Waterhouse and Daigle. Battle of the Nines in the face-off circle. Richards and Johnstone. Kind of neutral, one over to the side of the boards. Selects recover. Folks. She's smothered. Now Waterhouse tries reversing it. Daigle up the left side to Folks. Folks is going to chip that along the wall. I think it's skipping to the bench. Must have skipped into the bench, and we'll have ourselves a face-off. To the left of Yeomans this time. No change for the Flames. We do have a change for the Selects. This time we have Fife Francis McDonald against Johnstone. Johnstone wins it. Waterhouse pushes it back behind the net. Daigle tried to find Johnstone around the ringette line, but it got past her. Puck all the way down to the Select zone. McIntyre sends it up the right wing to Grinton. Here's Grinton. Putting pressure on Waterhouse. Lawrence now. Lawrence chips it in the neutral zone. No ice. Johnstone's going to put pressure on it. 4:45, second period. Oh, Johnstone picks it up. Gave it to Pulches. Pulches started to make a move towards the net. But that is broken up. And here comes Burris. Burris centering puck to Francis McDonald. She just missed it. Francis McDonald coasting in on that back door all alone. Puck back to the point. Shot through traffic. Hit some feet. Selects. Working it in the Flame zone. Daigle in the corner. She's pinched off the puck. Flames get in the neutral zone, but Selects will send it right back down. Selects going for a change. That'll give the Flames a second here. Johnstone Johnstone through the neutral zone. She's knocked off the puck. Coming back the other direction is Hallie Rose McLean. Shot from tight angle. Ref blows it down. He's on the opposite side. I think he lost sight there. And we'll have ourselves a face-off to the left of Yeomans. 3:36 now left in the second period. Subway Selects leading 5-0 here in the second game of the two-game match weekend. Waiting for a couple Flames defense to get out here, and we're ready to go. Face-off won by the Selects. Back to Dwaron. Now Smith in the Flame zone. She's knocked off the puck. Here's Connolly. Connolly rips it, misses the net. Puck still held in the Flame zone here. Now Smith. Smith tries getting it out. Eason up the right side. She's knocked off the puck. And the Selects recover it. Gauvin rips it down. Amy Field out to play it. Send up the left-hand side. Smith trying to knock it free. But the Selects keep control here. Here comes Hallie Rose McLean. Looks across ice for Chisholm. Odd man rush there again, but Chisholm didn't get the handle and the shot off. But the Selects working it on the point. Cut in attempt, that's broken up. Burris is going to hang on to it. Backhanded into the corner to MacArthur. MacArthur, shot attempt. Misses the net wide. Coming back to the point again. It's McIntyre. Across to Burris. Burris shot. Yeomans will hang on to that. And we'll have ourselves a line change for the Flames. I see Borsier, Nelson, Cook, Waterhouse, Folks. So we'll have Nelson facing off against Richards. Face up. Puck skipped off to the left, picked up by Cook. Cook through the neutral zone, tries to push it further. That's broken up by Martin. Now Nelson drops it for Folks. Folks! With a shot through. Pushed off to the side by Amy Field. Flames. Long pass up to Cook. She gets a stick on it, so it chips into the zone. Here's Martin. Martin gets past Nelson. Nelson didn't quite get a stick on that. Now we have puck back in the neutral zone, contested. Push ahead attempt, hits shin pads, comes back to Waterhouse. Waterhouse going to reverse, sends it behind the net. Chip up the left side, that's going to be held in by Burris. Burris throws it back below the goal line. Waterhouse is going to be there first. Waterhouse up the right side for Cook. Cook tried to grab it and throw it into the zone, but blew a wheel. Went down. 48 seconds now left in the period. Puck down below the Flames goal line. Centering puck. Misses the target. It's going to be recovered by Connolly. Through the middle. Backdoor attempt by Grinton. 19 seconds now left in the period. Sorry, my clock's not quite in sync. Here's Polchis. Polchis sends it softly on the net. Field sends that off to her left. 3 seconds left in the period here now. And that's the end of the second period. 5-0 for the Subway Selects. Shots on goal showing 36-11 in their favor. And I will rejoin you for the third period. Alright, welcome back for the third period. Okay, we've got everything set up here. Clock says 20 minutes, third period up there. Waiting on referees to start the third period. Alright, here we go for the third period. Subway Selects leading 5-0 here in the second game of the two-game set. Flames shut out yesterday 2-0. Yeoman's her second shutout of the season. Little different story going on here today, with the Selects really putting the pressure on the Flames. Here's Daigle. She goes cross ice to Kimball. Sorry, that's Feltmate. Up the right side. Chipped into the neutral zone. Smith and Foltz put pressure on it. Lawrence shows up on the scene. Now Smith. Smith down in the corner. Backhands it down to Lawrence. Lawrence still fighting for it. Keeps it. Good battle by Lawrence down in the corner. Comes back around the other side. Pinched by Kimball. Sent down below the goal line. Smith again centers it to Lawrence. Field looking for it. Field covers that one up, and we'll have a face-off to the left of the Subway Selects goalie. 55 seconds gone here in the third period. 36-11 is what we see for shots on goal. Nelson in to take the face-off for the Flames. Won by the Selects. That's Boyle. Pinched off it below the goal line, but Select still with it. Dooland knocks it free. Here's Dooland working along the boards. Picked off by Boyle. Now Burris. Burris comes up the left-hand side. She's looking for options. Still with it. Here's Burris. Burris, she's going to be offside. Has to leave the puck. That's recovered by Summers. Summers lost sight of it. Now back into the Flame zone. Kimball's going to be there first. Chips it up the right-hand side. Doesn't make its way to Dooland. Arm up. We're going to have ourselves a power play, I believe. Cross check. And who's going here? Those tucked in jersey. Well, not tucked in jersey, but folded up jersey. Hard to tell. Okay, there we go. Number 8. Evelyn McLeod. We'll have a face-off. We'll have a face-off back in the Select zone. Power play at the 18-20 mark of the third period. Folks will take the face-off. Daigle and Gauvin on the point. Polchis tries putting pressure on it. Selects have it. They're going to fire that one all the way down. Gauvin's going to be there first and recover. Gauvin cuts into the middle. Sends it up the left side to Polchis. Polchis comes cross ice to Folks. Folks now. She gains the zone. Gets into the corner. Still with it. Nelson there to help her. Now Nelson behind the net. Nelson's rubbed off the puck. And that one's going all the way down again. 1:20 left in the Flames power play here. Daigle behind the goal line. It's going to come out of the zone. Daigle looking to build up some speed. She's peeled off the puck though. And the Flames have to reset. This time Gauvin. Gauvin gains the blue line. Gauvin still with it. Gauvin. She's going to dump it down deep. Couple of Flames going for a change. Field out to play it. Recovered by Gauvin, who sends it back to the point. Polchis covering at the point. Sends it to the net. Doesn't make its way through. Smith tried dropping it there for Daigle. Unsuccessfully. Now Smith up the blue line. She's by herself. Knocked off the puck. And we'll have to come back and reset again. 35 seconds now left in the Flames power play. 16:51 in the third period. Daigle whips that one down into the corner, chased by Dooland. Daggle goes for a change. And I guess there was a penalty call on the play. I didn't see it. I think I saw a slash on MacArthur. Or a trip. The signal was kind of soft by the referee, so we'll see what they announce. So a brief 2-player advantage for the Flames here. 18 seconds at the 16:36 mark of the third period. Shot. Doesn't make its way through. Hallie Rose McLean throws that all the way down. That's almost going to do it for the first penalty. 2 seconds left. Okay, so tripping was the call on MacArthur. I never saw that one happen. Here's Smith. Smith tries carrying it towards the net. That's broken up. Held under the blue line. Boursier. Back across to Kimball. Kimball sends it through traffic. Rebound by Lawrence. Chipped off into the corner. Dooland back to Lawrence. Lawrence backhands it out front. Skips past the stick of Smith. Now Kimball. Sends it back to Boursier. Boursier keeps the blue line. Back over to Kimball. Shot. That's tipped by Lawrence. Ends up in the corner. Smith gets it back to Kimball. Shovels it back into the corner. Smith backhands it in the middle. Lawrence gets a stick on it. And the Selects will backhand that down the ice and go for a change. 35 seconds now left in the Flames power play. 15-15 left in the third period. A little bit of pressure here on the power play by the Flames. Here's Richards. Richards, she's peeled off the puck. Nelson chips it up the right-hand side. To Folks. Burris gets it, though. She's going to send that into neutral zone. Foot race here is going to be won by Gauvin. Gauvin cuts back. She's taken down, arm up. That'll be a trip. And the Flames going back to the power play again. 3 consecutive power plays here for the Flames. This time Richards headed to the box for a trip on Gauvin. So at 14:43, we'll have a face-off back in the select zone to the right of Fields. Folks in to take the face-off. She's working with Nelson and Polchis. Gauvin, Daggle on the point. Here's Daggle. Daggle shot through traffic. Hits the pad. Loose puck. Backhanded. Field will hang on to that one. That was every bit as good an opportunity as we've seen so far today for the Flames. So this time face off to the left of Fields. Folks in to take it. She wins it back to Daggle. Daggle backs up, sends it across to Gauvin. Gauvin's going to reverse, sends it back across to Daggle, but that's into the neutral zone, so they have to reset. Daggle cross ice to Gauvin. That's picked off. Breakaway attempt here for MacArthur. MacArthur in. Stoned by Yeomans. Puck still loose. MacArthur circled back around looking for a rebound. Someone's taking a roughing call on that? Okay. So Daggle for roughing didn't look like much of a scrum there in front of the net, but they'll take Daggle. So 4-on-4 for a minute 29 and a brief 31-second power play for the Selects. Lawrence takes that face off and wins it. Comes around the left side to Smith. She's pinched off. Play whistle down. Some confusion about how many should have been on the ice? Unclear. not sure what's being discussed here. It was 4-on-4. I don't think I saw an extra player on the ice. Somebody saw something. There's nothing up on the penalty clock. So now the referee over talking to the selects coach. .14:03 mark here in the third period. The selects are leading 5-0. 37-14, showing the shots on goal. Whatever happened, they've sorted it out. I don't know. Oh, all right, we've got a buzz from the clock. Sorting out something? Are they putting time back on the clock, or?
They had 5 on the ice and they dropped the puck.
Okay.
And then they played with 5 and they blew it down.
So we have a... Question is, do we actually have a penalty or no? All right, well, play will resume 4-on-4. That seemed like a whole bunch of nothing. Here's Boursier. Boursier sends it up the right side. Skips past everybody. It's going to go all the way down. Icing signaled. And that's going to come back to the Flame zone. Minute 13 left in 4-on-4 action here. Then there'll be a brief 31-second power play for the selects at the end of it. Daigle in the box for roughing. Richards in the other box. Flames win it back. Boursier sends it behind the net. That's reversed back to Boursier. Sends it out the right side. It's not going to make its way out. Lawrence tries knocking that puck free. Gets it in the neutral zone, but the selects will regroup. Here's Boyle. Chip into the neutral zone. Here's Lawrence. Lawrence all by herself. A couple other Flames going for a change. She gets it below the goal line. Goes to put pressure on Martin. Martin still with it. Martin through the neutral zone. She runs out of room at the blue line. Folks has it. Folks. By herself. She's going to chip it down into the select zone. Field out to play it. 18 seconds left in 4-on-4. Kimball got a stick on that puck. Not to free. Stays in the neutral zone. MacArthur dishes it off. Now Hallie Rose McLean. McLean. Shot. That's deflected off to the side. Gauvin picks it up. Power play now for the selects. Gauvin started to carry it. She's knocked off the puck. 18 seconds now in the selects power play. Broken up by Gauvin. Gauvin's by herself. Loses the handle on it. Coming back into the Flame zone. Shot attempt. Yeomans will hang on to that one. 5 seconds remains in the selects power play. 12-17 remains in the third period. Selects up 5-0. Outshooting the Flames 38-14. Johnstone in to take the face-off for the Flames. She'll go up against Burris. Oh, sorry, that's not Burris. That was Frances McDonald. She's tossed out anyways. She's replaced by Grinton. Grinton and Johnstone. Tied up in feet. Selects come out with it. There's Dwaron. Shot from the point. Yeomans will hang on to that. Another face-off. We're back to even strength now. And the selects now one away from 40 shots on the game. A lot of work for Yeomans today. Face-off won by the selects again. Johnstone in the neutral zone. She's knocked down. Eason sends it into the select zone. Polchi's trying to put pressure on it. Selects get it back into the neutral zone. Borsier just out of her reach. Now Polchi's putting pressure on it. Selects back to the point. Shot by Doiron. Off to the corner. That's your 40th shot. 40-14. Your shots on goal in favor of the Selects. Deep in the Flame zone. Francis McDonald behind the net. Shot. I think that was McIntyre. Hard to tell. And the jerseys get bunched up. Another shot attempt by Doiron. That one's blocked, ends up in the corner. Now Waterhouse has it pinned along the wall. Johnstone comes back to help. Johnstone, Waterhouse. Trying to knock it free. Selects, get it into the slot. Shot. Rebound. Yeomans knocks that away. But it makes its way back again to Doiron. Doiron comes cross ice to Burris. Burris back to Doiron. Doiron sends it down low along the wall. Shot from the tight angle. Doesn't make its way through. Now Polchi's and Eason just send it down there. Everybody's looking for a change there. That one will be icing. And the Flames got to stay on. Polchi sent in the soft dump, hoping to get a line change out of it, but the puck was on its side, ended up rolling past the net, so that'll be icing. Flames can't change. Face-off coming back to the right of Yeomans. It will be Johnstone and Richards, battle of the number 9s. That one won by Johnstone off to the side, but going to be recovered by Richards. Richards walks out front, backhand skips over the net. Centering puck again to Richards. That one's picked off. Daigle dishes it off the left side to Johnstone. Johnstone now sends it deep. She's heading for the change that they were looking for. And the Flames have fresh legs out there now. Feltmate. Cook. Nelson. Daigle. Summers. On the ice for your Flames. Shot through the slot. That's blocked by Daigle. Recovered by the Selects. Walking in tight. Backhand in the crease. Just knocked wide. Now Cook. Recovered again by the Selects. Boyle goes cross ice. Shot. That misses wide. Boyle's going to hold it in at the blue line for the Selects. Richards tries shoveling it down below the goal line. Daigle tried ripping it around to Summers. Didn't get very far. Now Nelson. Nelson backhands it up the right side to Cook. Still can't get it out. This one gets its way into the neutral zone. Selects have to regroup. Flames will push that down deep. Nelson's going to push on it. Nelson and Boyle battling along the boards. Cook comes in to help. We're at the 9-minute mark of the third period. 5-0 for the Subway Selects. Shots on goal, 42-14. Kimball takes a swing at it. Kind of bumbles the puck free, but Selects still have it. Now Lawrence puts pressure on it, makes its way back. Now Gauvin up the left side, shovels it into the offensive zone. Selects will come right back. Chisholm at the blue line. Loses control, but picked up by Hallie Rose McLean. Takes a shot, stays in play. Daigle now. Pushes it ahead to Folks. Folks behind the red line. That should be icing. She didn't quite gain the red line before she shoveled that one in, so that'll come back. Flames can't change. So Kimball and Gauvin, your defense pairing. Folks, Lawrence. And who's in to take our face-off? Smith. Smith gets turfed. Lawrence will come in to take it. Won by the Selects. Back to the point. Held in along the wall. Broken up. Now Lawrence. Lawrence chips it ahead. Skips past everybody. Selects will regroup in the neutral zone. Here's Chisholm. Chisholm's peeled off the puck at the blue line. Battle along the boards here. Puck comes down into the select zone. That'll be Dwaron. Dwaron sends it up the right-hand side. Gets past everybody. Icing waved off, so Waterhouse will have to pick that up behind the goal line. Waterhouse dishes it off to Boursier. Boursier up the middle. Gets past Smith. Now Waterhouse. Boursier with it. Backhands it along the wall. Arm up. Flames going to go back to the power play. Hook. Interference. Trip. That's our call. Probably could have been any of the three. So, Lexi McIntyre headed to the box for a trip. And the Flames headed back to the power play again. 7:26 of the third period. Flames power play. We have Kimball and Boursier working the blue line. Annalise Lawrenson to take the face-off. She's got Dooland on the right, Claire Smith on the left. Lawrence wins it clean to Dooland. Dooland tries walking in. She loses a handle on it. Comes back to Boursier. Gives it to Kimball. Kimball. Back door. A little backhand attempt there by Dooland, but nothing comes of it. Held in at the blue line by Boursier. Now Lawrence. Lawrence walks out. Shot. Misses high. Wraps around to Kimball. Kimball dishes it down to Dooland on the right side. Dooland dancing with it, sends it cross ice to Boursier. Boursier looking for options, dishes it into Lawrence. Lawrence is going to cut in. Lawrence, shot. I don't know if that hit something or if it just went high, but that went directly up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off. 1:18 left in the Flames power play here. A little bit of setup and control. Nope. This time we'll have Claire Smith in to take the face-off. No change for the Flames on the power play. Dooland, Lawrence, and Smith trying to knock it out. And that one will be sent down the ice. Flames will reset. Yeomans leaves it behind the net for Kimball. Kimball up the right side to Dooland. Dooland, I don't think she got all of that. And they'll do it all over again. This time, back around behind the net. It's going to be picked up by Boursier. Boursier overskates it. She has to reverse it. Now Kimball gives it back to Boursier. She's pressured. Wraparound attempt. Comes out in front. Now Smith. She's all by herself. Rest of the Flames going for a change. Nelson and Folks will join Smith. But again, the puck comes all the way down. 25 seconds now left in the Flames power play. Daigle will pick it up behind the Flames net. Here comes Daigle. Daigle through the neutral zone. Daigle still with it. Daigle looking at options, drops it. Shot, doesn't make its way through everybody. I think it hit Nelson, bounces back. Yeomans will slow that one down. 3 seconds left in the Flames power play. Gauvin picks it up in their zone. Gauvin sends it up the left-hand side. We're back to even strength. 5:20 left in the game now. And 5-0 your score for the Subway Selects. Shots on goal 42-14 in favor of the Subway Selects. Here come the Selects into the Flame zone. Centering pass. That makes its way through everybody over to the wall. That's going to be held in by Burris. She's knocked off the puck. Still held in. Johnstone behind the net. Tries pushing it around. Easton's pinched off. Waterhouse is going to reverse behind the net. Waterhouse still with it. Sends it back around. Easton wraps it around behind the net. Waterhouse and Johnstone are there. Comes back out the other side. Still deep in the Flame zone here. Summers, Johnstone, and Easton out here. That one skips past the defense. It's going to come all the way down. Easton's putting pressure on it. Easton's there first. She's by herself. Takes a sharp angle shot. going to end up in the corner. But causes the turnover. Folks jumps on the situation. Still held into the blue line here. Sent down. Back to Burris. Burris lost it off her foot. Folks puts pressure on her. Comes back out the other side. Now Lawrence puts pressure on the other side. Comes out to Daigle. Into the neutral zone. Flames got to tag up. 3-3-3 left in the game here now. Burris sends it through the neutral zone. Arm up for icing, but Daigle's going to pick that one up and negate that. Daigle reverses to Folks. Folks gives it to Lawrence. Lawrence. Flames have numbers here, 3-on-2. Lawrence, tight angle shot. Misses the net wide again. Lawrence has cut in off the boards there a few times at good angles. Nice to see. Cook goes in to put pressure on it. Here come the selects. Pinch attempt by Kimball. Gets past her. Here's Hallie Rose McLean. Shot attempt. Hits shin pads. Held along the wall. Cook's going to get that into the neutral zone. She's taken down. Arm up. Flames are going to go to the power play again. I think we're going to have Connolly. Connolly's going to go for roughing, I'm guessing. Boarding. Boarding's the call. Okay. Little less frequently used boarding call, but everybody seems to be okay. So we'll have a power play here. Face off down in the select zone, won by Lawrence. Over to Dooland, back to the point. Kimball back to Boursier. Boursier down low to Lawrence. Lawrence from the wide angle shot, held in by Boursier to Kimball. Kimball mishandles. That one's going to chip into the neutral zone. Kimball with it again. Kimball looking for options, sends it up the right side to Dooland. Dooland to Smith. Smith in the neutral zone, leaves it for Boursier. Boursier comes cross ice to Kimball. Kimball gains his own. She's going to take a shot on net. Field will hang on to that one. 1:26 left in the Flames power play, and we'll have a face-off again in the select zone. Lawrence in to take it. Bouncing puck. Lawrence kind of won it, but skips past everybody into the neutral zone. Boursier will recover. Back into the Flame zone. Smith and Boursier, both pressured. Lawrence spins it around, gives it to Dooland. Dooland up the right-hand side. Here's Dooland. She lost control of it. Select send it up the wall. Oh no, that's Daigle now. Daigle and Gauvin, your defense pair now for the Flames. 55 seconds left on the power play. Nelson Folks. .44 seconds now in the Flames power play. 1:26 left in the game. We'll have a face-off to the right of Amy Fields. Working on a shutout here at the moment. Yeomans with the shutout yesterday. 2-0, Flames won. Yeoman's second shutout of the season. And so far here today, 1:15 left for the Flames to try and stop that shutout for Field and the selects. Daigle reversed the puck. Nobody was there. Gauvin recovers in the neutral zone, pushes it ahead. Pass attempt. Goes off the heel. Nelson picks it back up. Backhands it. Daigle's going to have to travel a little ways to get that. 10 seconds now left in the Flames power play. 50 seconds left in the game. Puck broken up in the neutral zone by Boyle. Now Nelson. Nelson in the neutral zone. She's by herself. Nelson carrying it wide. Takes a soft shot from the ringette line. And that will be covered up by Field. 43-18. The shot's on goal now. Back to even strength with 34 seconds left. See if the Flames can at least make an attempt or two here to break the shutout. Johnstone in to take a face-off. Easton on the right, Summers on the left. Backhand by Summers. That one's knocked into the neutral zone. Waterhouse has to reset. Boursier Gets a stick on it. Now Waterhouse again backhands it. It's picked off. Yeomans is going to have to save that one with 20.7 left on the clock. Face off to the right of Yeomans. Johnson in to take the face off. Gets back to Boursier. Waterhouse back to Boursier. 13 seconds left on the clock now. Selects will send that behind the goal line. Boursier wraps it around to Waterhouse. Waterhouse up the left wing. Doesn't make its way out, but that's going to end the game. And that's it. 5-0 for the Subway Selects. So the teams split the weekend 1-1, each with a shutout. 5-0 today for the Selects. 2-0 yesterday for the Flames. Final shots on goal here today were 44-18. Thanks for joining us today, everybody, and we'll talk to you again next